Hi all, this is the second video of ADF training. In the first video we discussed what is ADF, what is the difference between ADF and OF, and we also discussed various layers in ADF, the model layer and the view control layer, and also we discussed about the various components in model layers, EO, VO and application module. We also developed a master child relationship in the application module layer. So in today's video we'll just extend our first video's discussion, and we will create the master detail uh, relationship in a web page like last time we did in the application module layer. This time we will do that in the web page, and we'll see how the basic web page in ADF is developed, and how it is showing up on the general web browser, the form layout and all, how it is coming up. So also along with that we will discuss in this video the LOB creation, what is a view criteria, what are the types of view criteria, how we can apply the view criteria through the coding. Those things we'll discuss. We'll create a Java method to apply the view criteria. Okay, so let's start. To showcase those things, let's go to JDeveloper. Let's create a new application. Yeah, we'll create a ADF application. Two projects will be created, model project and view controller project. Finish. This is the application 2. I forgot to give the application name, so by default it has taken the name as application 2. Model project is now empty. Let's create the business components. ADF business components, ADF business components from the table. Let's do the database connection. Test connection. Let's see if it is working on success. So it should be connected. Yeah. Let's take two tables. One is employee table. And the other one is department table. Let's give the entity of the object model project name as model.u. Next we create the VO on top of both the U's. Give the name as model.view for identification purpose. Put both of them together. We will not create any read-only view. Application module aim. Finish. Now let's go to the application module data model section, and we will create the data model as per the parent child relationship. So departments is the parent and employee is the child. So last video we created the relationship and shown that in the application module layer, but now we will be doing that in the web page. So to do the web page we will go to the view control project. As I told you, this is the navigation and web page section of the ADF application. So right click, new, UTJ set page. We'll give the name of the page as parent detail page. You can choose these templates. Better to choose the template Oracle 3 column layout. Now it will load the blank page. So the parent detail design of a web page is just a drag and drop feature in ADF. You don't need to do anything extra to set up the parent detail relationship, as we have already set up that in the application module data structure. So you just simply have to now pull that onto the web page. So that will be shown in the data control section. Under department, employee was there. So just pull the child onto the web page as a master detail. We'll go with the master as a for and detail as a table. So this will load the data onto the page. Now we'll run the page. So just right click on an open area on the page and run. So this will run the page. So while running, what you will do? It will first start the WebLogic server, then deploy the ADF application, and then open the web page where we can see the data. So let's wait. First it will start the WebLogic server. This complete process, since we are doing it for the first time, it will take around 2 to 3 minutes to complete the process. But next time onwards, when the application is already, the WebLogic server will be already on, so it will not take that much time. It will only deploy the objects. But this time, since this is the first time, so it will start the server, then it will deploy. So it will take the additional time. As you can see in the message box, it is showing the server state changed to starting. So it is starting the server now. So now the server has been started and it is now deploying the two profiles, and this is the target URL. You can see the web page is now opening. So this is the parent department table, and below you can see the child details table, which is the employee. If you do a next department comes and the corresponding employees are shown. Similarly next, and all the data of the employee tables are shown here. But you can see the width of this table is small, so we have to scroll to the end and it is not looking proper. So we can increase the width of this table. So to increase, what we will do, we'll go to the data structure section. This data structure I will tell you later. Actually this is the design page of that web page, and if you go to the source, it will give you the XML code, which is the backend of that web page. So whatever is there on the page which you have loaded is in the XML format, and that can be seen on the source. So in the source you can see there is a table name employees view. We'll go to the employees view table name. Yeah, this is the employees view 3. Yeah, so we will go to the table. This is the table. If you go click on the table, then the property inspector of that table will open up. So the property, either you can go through the code and then open the property inspector, or there is a easier way, which is the data, which is the structure window. In the structure window, if I close everything, so this is the structure window of that 3-page layout. You can see document, form, page template. This is the 3 layer page template: center, start, and header. So in the center we have the layout on the top, and then inside that we have the departments view and employees view. Departments view was a form layout and the employees view was a table layout. The master was a form and the child was a table. So we can here also click on the table. If we click on the table, then also the property inspector will open up that table. So here we will change the width value to something like 900. We'll increase it and save it. You don't need to redeploy this. You can just go to the web page and refresh that. You can see the width has increased and it is now looking better. So for every department the employees are shown and the scroll bars are automatically incorporated in ADF. You don't need to specially attach that. So this is working fine. So this is how we can develop a simple master detail form in Oracle ADF. Next, let's start how to create a search page in Oracle ADF. Search page means you must have seen in many page where suppose you have to give a PO number or operating unit, 2-3 fields will be there, then click on search, then the PO purchase order details will come up or the sales order details, header label, line label details will come up. So how to create that search page in ADF? So to create a search page, actually let's first create a new page. Okay, before that let's go to application module, data model. Here only parent child relationship of the VO instance we have taken, but since we will create a search page on a employee table, let's suppose we will create a search page on the employee table, so we need a standalone VO instance of the employee table. The parent detail VO instance will not work, so we'll pull this employees VO, which is not a relationship, this employees VO onto here. This is not having any parent detail relationship. This is a standalone VO instance of the employee VO in the application model, application module data model section. Okay, save this, refresh this here. Let's create a web page, new JSF page. Give the name as search page. Okay. So to do the search page, if you go to data control, you have two view instances. One is departments view having a parent child relationship with the employee view. Close this, we create a search page on the employees view. So to create the search page on employees view standalone, if you open this, there are the attributes of that employee view, then the operations, and then the named criteria. This named criteria, you can see all queryable attributes, means whatever attributes you can give as a search criteria, that will be used to search the record. So in all queryable attribute is a default tool which is given by ADF. If you pull that one, it will take all the attributes those are present in the view instance and those will be searchable. You will understand that once I show it. I'm pulling it onto the web page as a query, ADF query panel with table. Single row selection. Okay. Let's run this page and see what is happening. Just save it and let's run it. Okay. So this is how the search page is created. If you give employee ID as 10 and search, it will give the employee, okay, give it any and search, it will show, okay, sorry, there is something wrong. Employee ID 10 is not there. Suppose we will give the department ID as 10. We'll see all the employees belonging to department ID. Search, it will give the employees corresponding to department ID 10. Similarly, give 20. Search, it will give you 20 departments employees. 50. Search, it will give you 50 departments employees. But and in this search page you can see two sections. One is the search panel and the other one is the result table. So search panel, you can see the whatever attributes are there in the table, all are getting shown here. But we don't want that. We want only 2-3 attributes, not all. So how to achieve that? So to achieve that, we will need a view criteria. So here comes the role of view criteria into picture. If you take all queryable attributes, then whatever columns are there on the table, those all columns will come. So now, as we know in our Oracle EBS, suppose PO headers all, you are doing a search. So you cannot take all queryable attributes. There are around 50 to 60 columns. So everything will come here, and that will not be a requirement for the customer. So the requirement would be like for 2-3 columns, like the operating unit, PO ID maybe, or a legal contract number maybe, creation date. So 3-4 fields will be there only for the search field, not all the fields. So to do that, we need a view criteria. So let's see what is view criteria and how it is used. So to create a view criteria, it will be created on the view. We are using employees view, so we'll create the view criteria on employees view. So as I told you, view is nothing but a query. So this is the query of the employees view. So view criteria is the where condition of that view. So select employees from select columns from the employees table, where in the where condition we will give the view criteria. So let's see what view criteria we can create. So view criteria are of two types. One is static view criteria, one is dynamic view criteria. Static view criteria is nothing where the input is a fixed integer or character, but dynamic view criteria, we can give the input in runtime. So how to achieve this? We'll see. So what I did, go to view, go to the VO, then go to the query section, then come to view criteria, create a new view criteria. The name is employees view criteria, let it be. Add a item, suppose department ID, will create a view criteria. Department ID equals, will not go for a fixed value, we will go for a bind variable. This is a dynamic view criteria we are creating. So this is the list of already existing bind variables. We have not created any bind variable as yet, so we'll create a new bind variable. Let's give the bind variable name as bnd dpt id. This will be a integer type, much better. Okay. Ignore null values, optional. So those things are there. Let's add click OK. So this is created. Let's add another new view criteria. We can edit that and add the components also. Add item. Maybe we can add salary. Between means two operands are coming, because from and to relationship will be there. Two bind variables. One is bnd low cell, string is fine. The other one is bnd high cell. Okay, these are the two conditions which we have included in this employees view criteria. So view criteria is applied. Let's apply this view criteria in the application module view instance. On this view instance, we'll attach the view criteria. So go to edit, copy this view criteria. Okay, so this view criteria is added here. Okay, now let's go to the search page. We'll remove whatever we pulled as the all queryable attributes, and we will create a search page as per our view criteria. So to delete this, how to delete? Go to structure window, go to center facet, layout, just delete the layout, everything will be deleted. So now it is empty. So now refresh the data control, you will see the view criteria here. Go to employees view instance, go to named criteria, you will see your view criteria created here. Now we don't need to pull the all queryable attribute, we'll pull the employees view criteria here. Query panel with table, single row selection. Okay, right click, remove, run. It will open the web page, and let's see how it is opening. Okay. Let's match as any department 10. Search, it is giving value 50. Search, it is giving us value. Salary, let's make it between 1000 to 5000. Let's see how many employees of this department has this salary range. Search, let's reduce the salary range. Search. So this is working fine. So now what I will show you what are the other things are there on this advanced. Here you can see if you create 3-4 view criteria, those will also come here. If you go to advanced section, then you can manipulate the condition of search criteria on your own. This is giving you the facility here. There is salary between, you can also, the default which is there on the view criteria will come first. Since we have given salary is between is coming here. If we give salary is greater than, then also you can do that. Salary is greater than 10,000 in department ID equals 50. Search. So these are the employees which are getting salary greater than 10,000. Let's see 50,000. No, actually there is a mistake. We have to select match all, because since we have matched in any, so department ID is greater than equals to 50, all employees are coming. So we will do match all, means both will be matched. So suppose salary greater than 10,000, we will see how many employees are getting. No employees are getting salary greater than 10,000. Salary greater than 1,000 we will get values. Salary greater than 5,000, only 4 employees are having salary greater than 5,000. Similarly, if I do salary greater than 8,000, I think only 2 will come. So this is how we can create our search page. that is exactly 8000, so that's why only one came, 8200. So it is working fine. So this is how we can create our search page. So now go to the basic again. As you reset, you see the department ID. It is a value which is coming here, and it is not possible for the users to remember the department ID. They will be remembering the department name. So how we can give a department name LOB here, and the system will capture the ID in backend and show the employees of that department. So to achieve that, we will go and create a LOB for the departments. So to create LOB, you will go to the again view instance of the employees table. From here, go to the attributes, select department ID. Here you can see the list of values of department ID. There is no list of values currently present, so let's create a new list of value. LOB department ID is the name, list data specified, nothing is there. We choose the departments table because that will have the department's name. Okay, so departments view department ID will be the matching column with employees view department ID, and in the user interface hint we'll give the department name. So department name will come as a hint, but in backend the matching will be department ID, and the LOB type we can give. So we can give a list of values, combo box with list of values. Query the list automatically, or we'll give only list box. Okay, let's save it, go to the search page, run it. Let's see how the list is. Yeah, list is working fine. Suppose we want to see the employees of purchasing department. We have to give any, since we are not filling up the salary field. Search. These are the employees department. IT department. Search. These are the IT department's employee. Sales department. Search. These are the sales department employees. But along with the name, we also want to see the ID. So how to do that? Again, go to the view, LOB, edit the LOB, go to UI hint, and department ID also take it, and here you can give input text with list of values. Okay, go to the search page, right click, run. Click on the search icon. Suppose search. This is purchasing department ID 30. Suppose I want to search by department ID. Let's see what is the 50 department. 50 is the shipping department. Search. So in this way you can do various types of LOVs, and you can utilize that LOV on the search field, and you can fulfill various business requirements as per the need. So we discussed what is a view criteria, types of view criteria like static and dynamic. So now let's see how we can apply the view criteria through the code. So why we need to apply the view criteria through the code? View criteria's only purpose is not to do the search page. We can also use the view criteria as a query and do many things like insert a particular record or delete a particular record, because view criteria is the query. So in the query dynamically we can enter a value from front end, and if we enter the value from front end, then that value will do what action. So those type of query related things we can also do through view criteria. So to apply view criteria from backend, how we will do that? Let's see. We'll create a Java method to apply the view criteria. So whatever coding, it will be done in application module only. In application module there is Java section. In the Java class, create a new class. This is app module IMPL Java class, which is there. So you can see the module class is created. If you go to the data model, whatever view instances are here, those view instances getters will be created in the Java module class. You can see get departments view 1, get employees view 3, get employees view 1. All those getters are created in this application module Java class automatically. You don't need to create it. So like you can say, this is the front end where you are setting up the view instances and their relationships, and this is the backend where the actual Java code is happening, and it is automatically creating the getters of that view instances, and it is returning the view instance. So now we will create a new method. So how to create a new method? So the steps which will be there to create the new method are: first step would be to get the view instance. Okay, very good. Then the second step would be get the view criteria. Third step would be set the dynamic string of that view criteria, if it is a dynamic view criteria. Since we are doing our example on dynamic view criteria, so let's set the dynamic string criteria. Fourth step would be to apply the view criteria onto the view instance variable which we have taken it here. Then the fifth step would be execute the query. So let's start with creating the method. Public void, give a view criteria name like student ID, did is the input variable. Then we'll start. So the first is to get the view criteria. Get the view criteria. So the view criteria is, let's go to application module. Our view criteria name is employees view 1. So employees view 1, get employees view 1. This is the method which we will call to get the view criteria of employees view 1. So we'll write this dot this get employees view 1. Okay, we'll assign this onto a variable. So the variable will be view object impl type, view object impl, variable name suppose emp view is equal to this dot this. Okay, so now emp view contains the view criteria instance. So next will be to get the view criteria. So how to get the view criteria? emp view is the view instance. It will have the get view criteria attribute. Sorry, then there is a typo mistake. It is employee view. Get view criteria name. This does not seem to be the correct one. Again, let's try it. Get view criteria string. So in the string we will give the view criteria name. View criteria name will be on the employees view table. Go to query. Here we will take the view criteria name. Control C. Then go to application module.java. Put the view criteria name. Assign that to another variable. This will be, so this is a which type of Java method. You have to see that. So to see that, right click, go to declaration. View criteria is, this is a view criteria. This is the type. So type this variable name emp VC. This will give you, ask you which type. This is the type from which Java class. So control enter. So alt enter. We'll take oracle.jpo because this is the implementation class. It is showing oracle.jpo. This is equal to view criteria. Okay. So we have get the view criteria now in the empvc view criteria variable. Now we'll set the dynamic string criteria. So to set the dynamic string of that view criteria, in the view dot set named where clause parameter, argument 1 will be the bind variable name, bnd dpt id is the bind variable name, and the value which will be set is the did. So this is now set. The first step is to apply the view criteria onto the view instance. So to apply that, emp view dot apply view criteria. View criteria will be emp vc, the variable which is carrying everything. Then finally we'll execute the query on the view criteria, view instance dot execute query. So this should work fine. Let's save it. So this is saved. Let's go to the application module. In Java section, we'll import that method which is created here. This is the dynamic VC method which we created onto the application module. So this method is now imported into the application module. Now let's refresh and see in the data control section what changes is taking place. You can see there is the dynamic VC Java method is now getting shown on the data control table, data control section. So now we'll create a search page using this dynamic VC string. So to do that, we'll first we'll do it separately by creating a search template first and then creating the table section. Okay, to do that, let's create a new web page. JSF page. Let's give the name as view criteria method. Okay, let's pull this view criteria as a ADF parameter for. Okay, so here you can see a parameter value is there and a button is there, and here we'll pull the table. Table, ADF table, single row. Okay. So let's run it and see what is happening. Okay, so at the beginning all the employees are getting shown from the employees table. Now let's give the department ID 50 and see what is happening, if it is working properly or not. As you can see, it is showing only the 50 departments ID. Now let's give value as 20 and see what is happening. Though only 20 departments employees are getting shown. These things will rectify. As you can see, these are not showing up in user friendly way, so we'll give some names to these things. The bottom name also will change. So to do that, again we'll go to the, this is the button we have selected, and we'll go to the text, we'll put it as submit, then we'll go to here, we'll change the label to department 7. You can refresh that. We need to run it. Yeah, you can see department ID, submit button is there, 30 department ID, submit, only 30 departments employees are getting shown. So this is how we can apply the view criteria onto the web page as a custom method also. So today we discussed the parent child for, then the search page with all the variable attributes, then the search page with limited attributes through view criteria, then this is again same thing, search pages. Then we applied the view criteria as a Java method onto the form and do the searching. So this concludes the second video. We will join in the third video. Bye for now. Thanks for watching the video.